Hey, what's up, Amazing people? Welcome to Team Amazing Show's Speak Nerdy to Me for May the 4th be with you week. My name is Ann Campia, one half of Team Amazing, and joining me to my left is the ever beautiful, my co-pilot in life, Miss Kaori Take.
AKA Wakame.
Palmy Mommy.
Palmy Mommy, that's right.
And if this is your first time seeing Speak Nerdy to Me, this is a show where we shoot the shit about our favorite topics of the week. Everything from movies, TVs, video games, comic books, you name it. If we love it, we're talking about it, right?
Right.
And Wakame is here.
Trying to show them the Bark Vader outfit.
May the 4th
Bark
be with
Vader. You. All right. Anyway,
so Wakame, what do you think? No, just kidding. So let's get started because there is quite a bit of movie news. We were talking about that right before we started recording, that there's just a laundry list of stuff that had come out this week and last week. Starting off with images. Mm-hmm. A ton of images have hit the net. We missed our chance to talk about Joker, so I wanted to bring that up now. Okay. The image that Jared Leto had shown, as well as I believe David Ayer also tweeted it out, of Jared Leto as the Joker. Your reaction, Corey, to this image?
I can appreciate the novelty and the uniqueness of this character, and it also provides that it's going to be a very different Joker than that we're used to, just based on the pictures alone. I think Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor. I don't think it's anything on him, but I am a little worried on where they're going with this.
Worried in what sense?
Is it going to be just not the kind of Joker that sits well with me? You know? And I don't know anything. I mean, an image is an image. Yeah. You know, and it could really work or not.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I wanted to say that it is reminiscent of a comic, and I pulled up the image here just so we can make a comparison, because I did find this image online.
Yeah, I saw
and
that
his
one.
pose is really similar to this comic, and I want to say that I had read some reports that, you know, that it could potentially be the same Joker that's from this comic, and I'm trying to find the name of it as I look. But I think it's going to be a very different Joker than what we've seen before. It's not going to be the Heath Ledger Joker. It's definitely not going to be the Jack Nicholson Joker. We're going to get something probably of a misfit. You could tell from like all the tattoos, that's a little bit different than what we're used to. Even the tattoo on the face is a little different than what we're used to. And the short hair.
It's like a hipster joke.
Crazy
Joker.
teeth. Yeah, I mean, just it's everyone. I think this is actually a good way to gauge, you know, everyone's reaction to all of the characters that we're going to see in Batman versus Superman. And speaking of the next character, Batman, when we saw that Ben Affleck was casted, I know there was a lot of divide amongst all of the fans on whether he would be a great Bruce Wayne or not. So if we move on to the next image that was released,
I mean,
of Ben Affleck in the bat suit.
Ben Affleck, good Batman or not, he looks the part.
He definitely looks the part.
He's got the chin.
Yeah, and I like that they, you know, rendered in the color for the suit, so we can actually see that it's really reminiscent of, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to switch and talk at the same time, but it's really reminiscent of Frank Miller's Batman. And I know everyone is hoping for the darker, you know, this one. Batman. Yeah, a lot of people love Frank Miller's art, and I'm hoping that his actual character is very similar to what we see in the comics too. So excited for that. And then moving on to the most recent image that was released, Corey, we see the Suicide Squad in all its glory, or whatever you want to say. There's a ton of them. This was released, I think, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So we're still getting a lot of people reacting to this image, and I wanted to flip it to you first to see what you thought.
Well, I think it just became I guess I have a lot of geek friends on Facebook and on Twitter because everyone was posting the same exact shit over and over, and it came to a point like, okay, I get what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, nice poster, but Harley Quinn looks fine. Everyone looks fine. Deadshot looks fine.
And we're looking this way because we have the image pulled up, by the way.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that I'm not impressed, but I'm underwhelmed compared to the everyone else like going crazy about it. I'm just like, okay, it's Suicide Squad. Great.
Yeah.
But there's no excitement for me.
I think I have to agree. I think it's, like you said, image is an image, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to see when the movie comes out how the characters will be portrayed. But what I find interesting is kind of the Suicide Squad that they decided to go with, because there's so many iterations of that group that, you know, some people that are typically in the Suicide Squad are not there. Some people that I've never seen before are there. And then again, that's from an average comic book fan. But you have, you know, people like Slipknot, who I've never heard of. You also have Enchantress, who I'm not too familiar with as well. Killer Croc and El Diablo, again, characters that are, to me, I don't recognize as an average fan. Obviously, Harley Quinn. I think seeing her in her image really helps me to sync up with the way Joker looks.
Yeah, sure.
So I can kind of see where they're going with both of them, and I like kind of the connection with their tattoos, that they both are intertwined. She has put in tattooed on her leg. And there was another follow-up image that was released in addition to the Suicide Squad group photo, which was specifically of Deadshot. And so I'll start with this one because as an Arrow fan and as a comic book fan, I'm not used to Deadshot looking this way.
Yeah.
It's a little modern. It's almost
a little robotic.
A little robotic, almost like Deathstroke looks in the Arrow CW show. And so I know the group shot people were saying, oh my gosh, Will Smith still has, or Deadshot still has both his eyes. Like, it's something going to happen in a movie where he loses an eye. Well, it looks like either the helmet kind of forgives the fact that he keeps both of his eyes, or something happens and underneath the helmet, underneath that eye, there's no eye or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. It looks a little like a combat FBI SWAT team.
It's a little aggressive. It's a little aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess what remains to be seen. And speaking of Arrow, though.
Yes.
As you all know, Stephen Amell was cast as Casey Jones in the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is pretty cool. Good for him.
Very cool.
Finally, good to see him on the big screen, right? So an image was released. I believe so.
I think it is too, yeah.
If he has been in something, it must have been very minor, because all I know him for is Everything is TV. So an image of Casey Jones was released this week.
It's going to be interesting. It's like, wow, Stephen Amell, huh? Casey Jones.
Coming from my TMNT super fan here, what were your initial thoughts seeing that image?
I'm okay with it. I'm just happy that they're bringing Casey Jones and they're bringing Bebop and Rocksteady, and, you know, then we're also, I know we're going to talk about, might as well just bring it up, but Shredder being,
yeah, let's talk about it now. Being
Asian, all these things, like, I'm happy with the way things are forming, and I know the first movie that came out, I wasn't very, I didn't have high hopes for it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one reboot from last year, not a reboot, but whatever, and I actually enjoyed it because I had very low expectations. So now the problem is I think I might enjoy the second one. Now I'm kind of scared. But they have so many different new elements added to it, and that should be interesting.
Yeah.
So including, you know, our boy Stephen Amell. And then we've got Shredder here, who's going to be played by this guy right here. What's his name? Brian. I think it's Brian, right?
Brian T.
Yeah, Brian T.
From Wolverine.
Yeah, and he's half, I think he's half Korean, half Japanese. I'm like, okay,
nice.
That's fine.
We're very accepting of this Shredder that they cast, I believe.
Yeah, because I think that was one of my biggest complaints was like, okay, why is Shredder some white dude? You know, he's technically, or realistically, he's a guy, you know, in Japan and doing badass shit. And it just didn't work out for me. That's kind of how I felt about April O'Neil. She's supposed to be smart, intelligent, pretty. Instead, they're making her like some sex pod. And I don't know if you've seen the images of Megan Fox wearing like a schoolgirl outfit and wearing a blonde wig. And I'm thinking,
you knew that was going to happen.
I'm going to overlook this because these two other elements just been added with the Stephen Amell and him.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like the updated look of Casey Jones because I remember when I used to watch cartoons, his mask totally reminded me of Jason.
Yeah. It still looks like Jason.
It still looks like Jason. Actually kind of looks like the mask that, again, going back to that character, Deathstroke wears. It's a little more fierce. I think aside from the mask, there's nothing really else to comment on. I mean, Casey Jones typically wears just regular street clothes, right? But it's kind of cool because knowing Stephen Amell and how much he's Canadian and he's a big hockey fan, the fact that
it works.
He gets to wear the mask and he gets to hold the hockey stick, that's pretty cool. But we're so very proud of him. In terms of Shredder, I completely agree 100% with your comments. I think there are some castings or some people that get cast in roles that we are very familiar with the ethnicity of that person, which we can be forgiving sometimes. But for Shredder, I don't think you can do that.
Yes. I completely agree. That's really how I felt. And I feel the same way about Memoirs of a Geisha. I think we talked about this recently. I feel like we did. Or how she was like a Chinese girl, making her speak really bad Japanese, but because she was a famous Chinese girl, it's like, close enough. Just throw her in there. It really pissed me off. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Before we start to highlight every cast that was wrong. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic, which is a trailer that came out starring the one and only, and actually one and only plus times two, Tom Hardy in the Legend trailer. Now, Corey, did you have a chance to check this out?
I did.
And you saw Tom Hardy times two?
Times two. One is hot and one is not. I don't quite understand what is going on, but the trailer is just enough to make me say, I might actually want to see this. But the reason for that is because there are two Tom Hardys.
Yep. I'm exactly there. That's exactly what is drawing me to this film as well. I mean, I know that you can tell it's like a what do you call it? Gangster film. Yeah. And then I'm reading the synopsis here.
What, Joel Edgerton or Egerton, whatever, he's in it, and I love him.
Or Taron Egerton.
Him, yeah.
Yeah, from Kingsman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, no, not him. Sorry, the other one.
Who?
Taron Egerton too. He's there, but the other one. Go to. I think I said it right. Joel. Okay, go to the film. There you go. Sorry, guys. We do this in front of you.
This is live.
Oh, was he in, the guy from okay, maybe he's in the other trailer because I watched two at this back to back.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
It's the other one?
I think he's in the next trailer.
Oh, okay. My bad. I was just so fixated on him.
But Taron Egerton from Kingsman is also in Legend, which is, it's nice to see him in anything because I'm quickly have become a big fan of his.
Agreed.
I'm with you. Seeing Tom Hardy, I want him very badly to pull this role off.
I do. Yes, I do too.
Yes.
He's a great actor.
You hardly ever see people take a leap on having an actor play two roles in a film. And so this is going to be big for him, I think.
Yep.
And so if we move on to the next trailer, though, and I think this is the one you're talking about, we also had a chance to preview the Black Mass trailer, which stars Johnny Depp, and he's really incognito in this photo.
I'm gonna say that if this is the Johnny Depp that people miss.
Yes.
Yes. The guy who has such versatility, Joel Edgerton. See, I was right, but in the wrong movie. This is the Johnny Depp that we all fell in love with, that we saw as an actor with just a versatile amount of characters in his arsenal. And it's great. Like, thank you for taking a break from Tim Burton. Thank you.
Yes.
It,
no more Jack Sparrow for a minute.
Gosh.
Really.
Well, he's still doing that.
I completely agree. We've all been waiting for this. That trailer just gave me the chills.
It gave me the chills.
That whole conversation was like, holy shit.
Yep.
But you're right. Dakota Johnson, Johnny Depp, Benedict Cumberbatch, Joel Edgerton, Kevin Bacon, the list goes on and on. I think this is also one where you really want Johnny Depp to do well.
To shine,
because we know he's a great actor. He just has been choosing the really odd roles lately.
I mean, Mordecai, really?
I know.
Really? Okay, anyway.
Okay, so let's move on to... I'm trying to connect these stories here, but...
It's all right. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't
happen.
Taron
Egerton, Joel Edgerton, back to Taron Egerton in what potentially will be Kingsman, The Secret Service #2. What would you think of a sequel to this film?
I can definitely roll with that.
Me too.
I'm totally happy with the idea of a sequel of Kingsman. It was a great movie. I saw it twice in theaters. It was that good. And yeah, I want to hear more. I want to hear like the development and see, and then I can really assess. But I'm down.
Yeah, I'm totally down too. I think it made enough money. I think enough people saw, which I'm really happy about. I was super worried about that the first box office weekend numbers. But I think one thing that I am sad about is that we will not have Colin Firth in the sequel.
I know.
Sorry if I spoiled it for anybody.
Or Sam Jackson.
Or Sam Jackson. And I think Colin was such a integral character in the film, and I know he was supposed to be a mentor to Eggsy, so now Eggsy can go and do big things, but
at least we got Eggsy still.
I know, at least we got Eggsy. And I'm sure they will also bring back the girl, because they kind of left it open-ended that she would continue to be in the story too. So
yeah, she was cool.
Yeah. So speaking of sequels, though, today, and then just a few hours ago, we found out that there will also be a sequel to a movie that I believe you and I both loved, which is John Wick.
John Wick. No fat Keanu Reeves here. No fat
Keanu Reeves. No frozen cheesecake. He is coming back, hopefully, with a new dog and a new perspective on life.
I think the first one was a good movie for what it's worth, and I have a feeling the second one's going to be worse. But it's going to be like one of those, like, it's going to be that downward spiral style movie that you're going to continue to go watch, like Saw. That's what I'm getting. Like, this is what I'm like, or like Taken, you know? You're like,
or it could potentially be like a Fast and Furious, where with every movie they have to step up their game, because in John Wick, the action was so good, and the way he executed his moves and his fighting was so different than what we're used to, that I think in the second one, it has to be better and it has to be more over the top, and we have to be accepting of that.
See, I think it's going to be like a Taken. Yeah. You know, like Liam Neeson's like Taken 5, and then he's going to like go revenge on his pit bull or something.
That's what I'm saying. I just hope with every movie, I hope they don't kill another dog.
No more doggies.
No more, sorry. You didn't hear that, Waka.
She starts licking her.
She's like, what? Dog killing? No. Okay, so we are totally stoked for John Wick. Yes. We hope you guys are too. And next on the list is an update, just a quick update on the Power Rangers movie. We got word that it is being pushed. The release date is now in 2017.
Which, to me, it says that they're changing a lot about the development and the production of this, and maybe they're changing around the actors. There's like nothing really out there. It's like vaulted pretty much, you know? Yeah. So I think they're just really like retweaking everything and updating things with the times.
Do you think that it has anything at all, and I'm just saying this, throwing this out in the air, anything at all to do with that Power Rangers trailer that fan or whatever put out that was really dark and had like a 10-minute like story?
It's kind of interesting because, you know, the Power Rangers, the way they, you know, I had an interview with Walter Jones, the original Black Power Ranger, and he was saying like what they are basically, they're made to be role models, you know, they're made to be really good, and like he had really enjoyed the dark version of the Power Rangers, but that's not what Power Rangers are supposed to be, is what he's basically saying. So he had a point, you know, and I'm wondering if they're gonna gear this Power Rangers movie more for adults, then what about the child audience, which is massive? So it's really, I don't know.
Depends who the audience that they want to target, right?
Yeah.
But if we're talking business and we're finding that darker movies are what's drawing the money, then perhaps they're just going to take it in that direction and forego all of this Power Rangers from the past.
But then we're thinking about our generation, which is fine. Like, we're thinking, oh, maybe they're going to make it darker for us to watch them grow up and grow up with us, so they're like mentally changed. Or are we going to have a Power Rangers made for kids, like when we were kids? You know, and that's a big question.
Yeah. We'll see.
I would love to see it dark, but, you know.
Either way, do you think it will do well?
I think it will.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it might do like okay, but if it's a decent movie and people are like go see it, then it'll like pick up. It's not going to be like anything like Avengers or anything crazy. Obviously.
I'm so glad you brought up Avengers because that leads us perfectly into our next quick topic. Thank you for that beautiful transition. Just real quick before we get into our actual Avengers talk, there was a really funny clip on Jimmy Fallon this week.
Oh, yeah.
Where Jeremy Renner himself, as Hawkeye, sings about Hawkeye.
It's so funny.
If you guys haven't had a chance to take a look at that, I'll create a link in the description of this video so you can see that clip from Jimmy Fallon. But it's so good. I was cracking up.
It's hilarious.
Okay, so anything before we move on to our Avengers review?
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but just tweet us all along the way.
Yes, there was tons of movie stuff. We tried to cram it all in, so let us know what you guys think of everything we've talked about so far. We're going to move on to movie releases, and in particular, it was Avengers weekend that just happened. Avengers Age of Ultron smashed the box office.
Great movie. I think almost or at 190 million or something around there.
About.
It's ridiculous.
Just about, you know, and people are like, oh, it didn't do as well as the first Avengers. 190 million?
I would say, I'm getting really, like, upset with people who are sitting there on a high horse talking about how they didn't think it was a good movie. I'm like, what did you expect from it?
Right?
I mean, I'm just going to stay here and protect this movie because it was a great movie. Yep. It was solid. It was entertaining. I'm pretty sure the second time around it's going to be even better. The third time around it's going to be better. I'm going to probably catch more things, you know? I would like to know, for you guys who are watching that don't like it, why? Yeah. Why? What was the problem? What was the plot hole? Or what was something that didn't sit well with you? Because for me, I thought it was solid. It was even better than I expected. And I thought it was better than the first one.
Agreed. Agreed.
That was my rant.
No. I think that was also your review in respect. But I trolled some of the comments because I'm very curious as to why people are not so happy with this film. And it's rated tomato. It's rated fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. So there's no question that it's a good movie according to the critics. Some people pointed out pacing.
Okay. Well, I think it was great. Pacing. I mean, perfect. It was. It picks up right away because the first one pretty much just sets you all up, and at this point, you should know what's going on. You know.
Yep.
The pacing is great. I think if any slower would have sucked, any faster would have sucked. It was just right there.
Yeah. I agree. Another one. No Loki.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I get that, but where are you gonna put him? I get it. Yeah. I was kind of disappointed when I first saw the scepter. I'm like, okay, there's going to be a Loki. Oh, no, Loki, that sucks.
They didn't need it.
That's a shame. But
honestly, they didn't need it.
Yeah. I mean, they cut him out of I think he was in like an original version, and they edited him out.
Yeah. I don't think it was necessary, to be honest with you.
But we just love him.
We do love him.
That's all.
Another one that they pointed out was the Hulk and Black Widow kind of relationship was unnecessary. I
think it was kind of necessary.
No, I do too.
And that's funny because both Anne and I really don't like love stories in any way when it's centered into a plot, unless it's relevant and this was not like too fluffed up. It was just a perfect tinge. They never really, they never fit. They don't even fit well with each other, and it fits. I can't explain it, but I think it was good.
Yeah, I don't think it was force fed at all. No. To be honest with you, I think you're right. Everything, the way they set it up, the way both characters' personalities are, how she says she's a monster and he is too. Everything made sense. Yeah. Everything made sense. Whereas when she was in Captain America 2, I'm so glad they didn't make that happen. They left that relationship completely platonic, and I like that they called it out in this film. And I also think that this relationship with Hulk is much deeper than what she had with Captain America.
Yeah, I mean, it would have sucked if it was like her and Captain America, or her and even Hawkeye. Like, okay, whatever, dude. But it fits. Like, his weakness is, or his lullaby is her, you know, and it helps. It works. And he protects her. She's the only one, even no matter how conflicted she is, the only one that he trusts to kind of be a little more vulnerable.
Yep.
Even as the Hulk.
Finally, we see Hulk gaining control of Hulk.
Yeah.
And that's partly through Black Widow.
Yep, and he leaves her.
I know.
As when he's the Hulk, he leaves her.
I know. It sucks. I'm like, I don't want to think about it.
I know.
Okay. Another one let's talk about is I saw a comment about how they did not spend enough time developing the villain Ultron.
That's kind of along with the pacing. And I see it, but Ultron is a great villain, and ultimately he can kind of go off on his own with another spin-off if you really wanted to, even though this is really his movie. But what more would you want?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you saw them develop Ultron, him come to life, him develop his, hatred or whatever, him kind of come into his own, and then him kind of die. Well, he doesn't really die. We know he still exists somewhere. But you saw the beginning and the end of Ultron. I don't know how much more you could develop in AI or a character like Ultron who is based on a computer, program.
I mean,
he's not born and doesn't live 100 years and dies. It's not a human life. You can make a guy like Ultron and have him die in 5 minutes.
If anything, people who weren't developed enough, I would say, is Quicksilver. Because we got a lot of his sister, but we really didn't get much of him. Mm-hmm. It was just a couple lines here and there, running fast, and then bye, right? I mean, there really wasn't much. So it was sad when he was dead because he's Aaron Taylor Johnson. But if he wasn't Aaron Taylor Johnson, it'd be like, oh, he's dead. That sucks, Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because we didn't get development from him. And also Vision. And that's someone else that we didn't get much on. So, I mean, if we were going to get more, it would probably be those two. But I think Ultron was, well said, well played.
Yeah, I agree. I think people just expectations are up here. So
we're upset.
I think you and I love the movie. I think for me, they spent the perfect amount of time on each character. They highly developed Hawkeye, which I know a lot of people were looking for a backstory on, and we got that in this film. Black Widow too. And so I think every person that they spent a good amount of time on, we got good screen time from everybody. I thought Ultron was a good villain. I am so very interested in Vision.
Yep.
I cannot wait to see more of him.
And Thor.
And everybody else.
Never enough of Thor.
I mean, just let us know what you guys thought of the movie too, because we're kind of in disbelief that there would be this much hate towards it.
I just feel like maybe these people weren't like true fans or something. Like they just walked in like, let's sneak in a movie, let's sneak in over here. And
some people were like, oh, it's not as funny. And
I thought it was damn funny.
I still thought there was a good amount of jokes, and you know what? This was a little darker anyway, so I didn't expect it to be funny the whole time.
Exactly. I was about to say I didn't expect it to be fun. I'm not going there being like, all right, time for some stand-up Avengers right now,
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm glad you and I see it. We're going to see it like 10 more times. So
we really are.
All right, so that's our review of Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm sure you guys have seen it too, so leave us a comment and let us know your thoughts on the film. Also coming out in May. There's a whole shit ton of other stuff.
Oh, that's true.
So just as a reminder, May is jam-packed with films. I have Mad Max, Fury Road.
Want to see it?
Tomorrowland.
I kind of want to see it. I just want to see what the reviews are. I feel disengaged from it.
Did the new trailer at all engage you at all?
A little better,
pulled
but
me
not
in
really.
More. I think it pulled me in more because I was like, what is going on?
Like you were saying, Anne and I, when we were smoking hookah, she said, doesn't anyone else think that it's more of a Tom Hanks role? And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Yes. Yeah. I mean, we love George Clooney, but it just feels like, let's just put George Clooney in here because people will go watch it and not know the premise, not know anything about this, but George Clooney's in it. It's just weird. And
I think for me, there's some actors that just do that to me where I see George Clooney in any role and it's George Clooney. Whereas, I can see Tom Hanks and, he's Walt Disney or he's, in Castaway or whatever.
That's how I feel about Leonardo DiCaprio. It's always like Leonardo DiCaprio as blah, 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 as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. Also, Pitch Perfect 2.
Yay! The Bellas are back. They're back, pitches.
Yes, they're pitches. We're so excited about that, as well as San Andreas.
Very much want to see this. The Rock, Colton Haynes. Yes. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
Los Angeles.
I think the timing is definitely interesting for the studio because of the earthquake in Nepal, and I just wanted to highlight that, you know, they are doing their best to market the film without kind of creeping on that territory, which, you know, it's just the timing is just...
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. But again, if you're looking for a good disaster film, I'm sure San Andreas is going to do that for you. So those are all the movies we have coming out in May, amongst some other ones that I'm not highlighting because I don't think anyone's looking forward to them.
Okay.
I am talking about there's a romantic comedy coming out with Chris Evans and Michelle Moynihan.
Oh yeah.
It's not on the list. I will probably end up watching it because I'm a romantic comedy whore, but that's also coming out.
Also, they have a Hot Pursuit.
I'm gonna
be running away from that movie. That looks so bad.
I already bought tickets for us for the midnight showing.
Wakame's down. You can Wakame can go.
Yeah, I think Wakame will love it. All right, so moving on. It is May the 4th, so I just wanted to shout out to all you Star Wars fans. It is Star Wars Day today. And we will be putting together just a special shout out for May the 4th in celebration of talking about what some of the cool things to do are today, or maybe what you guys might be up to. Let us know as well how you're celebrating May the 4th. So look out for that. And then moving on to TV. TV talk, because there is quite a bit of TV as well. Let's start off with our after show, just to plug it real quick. Here's our bootyful faces in our Arrow after show. Make sure you guys check it out. We have 2 more episodes left. I'm sure they're going to be crazy. We are going to witness the wedding between Oliver and Al-Sahim and Nissa.
Maybe there'll be some nuptial bow chicka bow wow.
Kaori is very much looking forward to the return of Colton Haynes.
Yes, that's true. I thought you were going to talk about them having no.
No. We're not going to talk about that. Check out the after show for our thoughts. Colton Haynes, if you're watching our Speak Nerdy to Me, please.
Yeah, Colton Haynes.
Hit this girl up.
I don't understand.
Right quick.
I mean, I'm your number 1 fan.
Every show, whether you're on it or not.
I bring you up. You're not dead to me ever.
She does. All right, so let's move on to the counterpart to Arrow, Flash. Is this a spoiler for you? Have you seen the newest episode?
I'm very behind.
Oh no!
That's okay.
Let's pretend you didn't see that.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. I knew that guy was up to no good or bad or whatever. Yeah. You know, he's up to stuff.
It's great.
Like from the first episode, you're like,
This last episode, if you guys tuned in, if you're caught up, from start to finish, has been incredible.
I need to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm just so
Harrison
behind.
Wells, Dr. or Reverse Flash, all of that, everything that's going on. Really, really cool stuff. So check it out. Let us know what you think of Flash if you're following it. Next, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z! After 18 years, it is coming back. Not necessarily in North America just yet, but in Japan, it is going to be airing some new anime.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. I think it's going to be great. I think it's, they're hopping on that bandwagon. They know that, people from our generation are growing up and really missing that stuff, so now they've got all this animation, which is blowing up right now. So it's the perfect time for Dragon Ball Z to come back. Maybe throw out some video games because we all love that shit. Yeah.
Happy that it's not a live action movie like The Bomb that came out.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about
that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of Corey review of this show once it's out. I'm just putting it out there.
Me and Waka.
You and Waka may do an after show.
Yeah, she'd be like, acting.
Wearing her dark or Bark Vader.
She's like,
costume.
Kamehameha.
Next on the list, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Did you had a chance to see it? Okay. Okay, good. Last night's episode.
Good. I thought it was good.
I think it's getting better.
Yeah, it's just like, why is it so slow?
I know. This season. It's crawling this season, it feels like. I don't know why. I know.
Like the best part, what was your favorite storyline with this? I don't like that bitch, by the way, Melisandre.
Which one is that?
She's the one that likes to get naked, the fire crotch.
Oh my god, I can't stand her. I'm so glad Jon Snow was like, oh hell no, no thank you.
He's like, oh, I love Jon Snow.
So do I.
He's like,
so do I. Especially after this last week.
Yeah.
This episode, I was like, yes, thank you.
You completely melted. That was so cute. Yeah, no, I think Jon Snow is really good, and I think that if they are going to go with one of the what's the word? One of the theories on him actually like being like heir to the throne. It's going to be interesting.
And things are coming together, right? Tyrion's on his way to Daenerys' land
with fucking that guy
with
Jorah,
friend zone for life, man.
Friend zone for life.
Let's see what else.
He doesn't even care. He's like
I know he'll take it. He's good with that.
Yeah,
he will be friends forever.
It's so funny because I keep thinking about her Downton Abbey and how much I fucking hated his ass in Downton Abbey.
So true. Gosh, this guy. What about, and we haven't had a chance to talk about this off camera. What do you think about Sansa being betrothed to
I don't like it.
Ramsay?
I really don't like it at all. And I don't like Sansa's character.
No? Have you ever?
I was very neutral with her, but she's gotten from like kind of like weak sauce to just apathetic. Like you kind of feel, and I guess that's what she's supposed to be, but like she's like dead inside, you know.
Yeah.
Like she's becoming really dark real quick.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, okay.
I actually like it. I'm like, finally she's doing something, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting there getting shit on by Joffrey.
I like Jaime. Do you think Jaime has a lot of layers as a character? He obviously is so madly in love with his fucking sister that he's willing to, you know, risk his life, and yet he also saves his little brother. But now he wants to kill him, which is kind of weird, you know. But I think like Jaime is actually just, he's really converting into a good guy. Like he lost that Kingslayer hand, and that just exemplary that he realizes like, this is not who I am. You know, I'm not a Kingslayer, and he's the Wakame's trying to get sorry.
Yay!
So yeah.
What was I going to ask you about?
Daenerys.
Let's talk about the last scene.
Oh, the death. Is that okay, guys? Well, there's a death.
There's a few.
Yeah. Well,
you guys know
the one
that.
that matters.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Goodbye.
I know.
Sad to see him go, but it's not like a huge loss.
But the lead, what do you call it? Why am I forgetting their names now?
What, the
ones with their no penis?
Ringworm guy? What's his name?
The no penis guys.
Tongue worm?
The no penis guys.
Varys?
I don't know.
That guy, the bald guy. Yeah, the one that's like not here. Like
he's still alive, right?
He's still alive, like getting drunk in a brothel while someone jacked him. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think I'm talking about that one.
You're talking about the one that died?
Daenerys' army.
Yeah, the guy that died.
Not the old man.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, never mind. We'll go back to this.
Yeah, we're confused.
I think he's still alive, though, if you guys know which one I'm talking about.
If you're talking about Varys, Lord Varys, the one that took Tyrion away?
No.
Okay, that's Varys, sorry.
The one that's kind of hooking up or kind of in a love story with Daenerys's...
oh, yeah. Ringworm, tongue worm dude.
This is the worst.
You remember his name? Look at, just write Game of Thrones worm and it'll come up.
Game of Thrones.
It's Grey Worm, see?
Yes, Grey. There you go.
I got this.
He's still alive.
Ringworm.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's just kind of bleeding a little bit.
Oh, let's not forget the snakes.
Yes, sand snakes. What do you think of them?
Man, I wanted more out of that.
Me too. Thank you.
God,
when they first released the images, I was like, remember we talked about it. I was like, these girls are going to be badass, blah, blah, blah. And then the girl goes into the speech. And number one, I don't believe her accent whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Number two, I'm like, I don't know.
It seems like a futile thing that they're about to go into. I am not worried at all for the war that they're going to start.
Yeah, it's going to end quickly.
Like,
so sad.
Okay.
But it's true. I agree with you.
Bye, boys.
And then I think last, for me, I think part of the reason why I might have enjoyed this episode a lot is it didn't really heavily focus on Arya's story.
Yeah.
Which has kind of been, again, we're talking about how the whole pacing of the whole season has been. That particular story is so slow, too.
So, yeah, that shit was really boring. Like, I'm gonna hide my needle in here. I'm gonna lose my name. It's just like, okay, could you just pick up the pace, girl?
Yeah, we just do something. All right, so let's move on to hate of the week, because we got and it's more of a question that came out of a discussion we had, because I was talking to Corey.
Yes.
I have a lot of people I follow, particularly celebrities like Rita Ora, one of the Kardashian twins. I can't remember which one, if it's Kylie or the other one, that post a lot of selfies on Instagram. And so for me personally, I just don't know if there is a acceptable amount or threshold of selfies that, you know, people can take before they're like, it's too much, and unfollow these people. But I mean, hate of the week, selfies, an overload of them. What do you think?
Overload of selfies. I agree. I think, you know, if we always relied on having someone else take a picture, then our Instagrams would be a lot less filled.
That's true.
I understand selfies, you know, because sometimes you really want to like show, like, look at this outfit I'm wearing, and
I took one today,
right? I have my fan with me, you know. But an overload, I would say, is more of, let's say, like, I was hanging out with you, Anne, and I'm like here taking selfies the whole entire time, but I'm hanging out with you. That's what I think is like, yo, like, just give me the camera, I'll do it. Let's call it a day.
Right.
I think that it comes overloaded when it becomes just an investment of your worth. Does that make sense? To the point where you can't even engage with people around you because you're busy trying to like show off get the right your situation, shot. And it's distracting you from where you are with your friends, and I just don't think that's cool. Right.
No, I agree. And I know a lot of the celebs I follow, you know, they'll post selfies like one after the other.
Yeah.
Or something interesting that I'm just now noticing is that they will post a selfie, take it down, and repost it, which I don't really know what the purpose of that is, but I've noticed that
that's weird.
They do that too.
Huh. Interesting.
So, a lot of, you know, different reasoning for it. But again, we live in a time where people are really reliant on having photos liked, having things retweeted, having things shared, like blah, blah, blah.
Guilty.
That's just where the age we live in. And I just wonder if there's a point. So you guys let me know. I'm curious.
I actually read an article about how this generation and this age with social media has actually helped to really boost female morale. I've read other side too, where it makes you insecure, but also at the same time, like getting a couple likes, you know, that's encouragement. Like sometimes I'll sit there and like someone, not necessarily because I really like the image, but what it stands for and like who that person is. So sometimes I like it just because it's the person. Like I respect that person. And okay, I'm drifting away, but the point is like, it's been said that it really has helped with confidence in women, and I can totally see that.
Yeah.
And so that's a really positive aspect of it.
And like we said last week, put the love out there, you know.
Yeah,
like,
put the love out there.
That's what this stuff is for. We share these things for the love, not for the hate.
I just feel like if you have something negative to say, just don't say it. Like that's something your parents taught you, and it's true.
There it is.
You know?
Yeah. All right, so next thing we have is our dating question of the week, which is actually a question we received, and I don't have an image, but a question received from one of our awesome viewers. Chris Stevenson 1990 asks, what physical things on guys gets your attention the most?
It depends on the guy.
Like certain muscles or maybe tattoos. What do you two girls in general like to see?
That really depends on the girl. You know, that's a really tough question. I personally like, I like guys that, I usually don't like tattoos. I like guys without tattoos and stuff. I don't know what it is. Tattoos kind of...
Like if I've never once looked at a guy and said, oh my gosh, she's so hot because of a tattoo.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people that have that. And, you know, like sometimes like I see a neck tattoo and I think to myself like, yeah, there's a party that's kind of irrational over there. You know what?
No, it's true.
I mean, I don't know. Like you're not looking for anything professional in your life. And maybe that's old school, but like, you know, people that are like in investment banking and all that kind of jobs, like they don't have tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not the point. Sorry. Yeah, I don't like tattoos. I don't like those big ass piercings.
Yeah, no.
See, I don't like. See, you and I like
stretch the ears out.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, but there could be girls out there that love
absolutely.
creativity or drawn to that, as well as tattoos. But I think for you and I, no, that's not.
Yeah,
definitely not.
Absolutely. I think there's a huge market of women that would love and appreciate that stuff, and I can I see that, but it just doesn't draw me to you. Not saying like, okay, if you have a tattoo, I'm like, fuck that, I'm not gonna touch it. It's just that it's not something I find attractive initially.
For sure.
Smile
does it.
It's really big.
I think eyes for me.
Yes, if I'm talking to a guy and he can't make eye contact with me, I'm done.
Right?
I'm done. It's just like, hey, what's up, Ann? So I'm like, where are...
Yeah, or more like looking down, like the whole time. It's like,
well, that's probably your problem.
I'm here.
That's probably your problem.
We're here. Like, our eyes are here. But yeah, it kind of, like you said, with tattoos, you can infer something. I think with no eye contact, you can infer that perhaps they don't have confidence.
Or they're not always truthful.
Or they're lying, exactly. Let's see, what other physical things draw your attention the most?
I like height.
Height's good.
I'm a height person, yeah. My ideal height is like 6, so I can go a little up or a little down, but 6 is perfect. I can wear heels when I want to, and heels when I don't feel like it.
There you go.
And his hand is just, because sometimes it's like too long. You're like, okay, let's not hold hands. Let's not do this. Or sometimes it's too short. And it's like, I'm like, I have to like crinkle my hand to like still hold it.
Or you're just holding hands like directly straight. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good list. I think smile, eyes, height. Those are pretty much the first initial things anyone would notice. Yep. Even men looking at women, I think would be the same thing. You guys let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Let's flip it around. For the men out there who look at men or women who look at whatever, you guys let us know what are those features. I wish we could say just bam, 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 this is the true list, but everyone's different, like you said. All right, so let's move on real quick to comic book news. I just wanted to quickly share that yesterday was Free Comic Book Day.
Yes, it was.
And I hope you guys had a chance to go out.
Saturday. Anyway.
Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I think it was
Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, Saturday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Saturday was Free Comic Book Day, where all of your local shops were offering a slew of free comic books. There were some that I was very much interested in. I didn't have a chance to go myself, but I hope you guys did have a chance to go. It's a perfect way for people who want to get into comics and just have a nice introduction into comics to pick up a few that are of variety too. I mean, you had everything from Avengers. You had something that I was very much interested in called Captain Canuck. For obvious reasons, because he's Canadian. There were some fun ones like Attack on Titan. So there was a ton of stuff you could have picked up, a ton of swag, and I hope you guys did.
Let us know what you picked out.
Yeah. And if there's anything worth reading, I know I'm getting some really great suggestions on Twitter of some comics that I should be reading. So I'm definitely going to pick those up as well. So thank you.
Okay.
Next on the list is video game news from my friend Corey.
Hey guys, I'm Court K. I only have one quick old snippet. I played a couple games. Played Mortal Kombat. Good. It was good. I was fucking around with the fatalities.
Oh yeah, how is it?
It's good. It's
fun.
It's a buttload different in terms of graphics from the Mortal Kombat that we're used to, even from Mortal Kombat in 2011 that came out. It's different.
Is it bloody?
It's of course
like more bloodier
bloody.
than what it usually is.
And then Melina's fatality is badass.
Yeah?
She like eats you. It's gross. She's anyway, so that was cool. But I wanted to talk real briefly about Tales from the Borderlands because I played a little bit of that episode 1. And I have to say, I was a little disappointed with it. It's a Telltale game, and I thought it would be a lot better. I reached the end, and I will eventually buy episode 2, but I don't feel rushed or ants in the pants compared to like Game of Thrones, Wolf Among Us, Walking Dead, and I don't know. The characters were just not something that I was drawn to. I thought it'd be really good because Troy Baker's in it and everything, but sad.
it's just not. But you enjoyed. There was a first one, right?
No, well, this was the first episode.
Oh,
and there's
okay.
a second one out, but I didn't buy it yet. And I'm like, we'll see.
Well, let's see if any of you guys are playing it and you felt differently.
Yeah, let me know.
I know you love Telltale, so
I do.
That's a little disappointing to hear. Okay, so let's move on because we had a chance to eat really good food when we were in Vegas. Well, actually, let's review it. I won't say it's really good because you might have hated it. Shake Shack.
Okay.
Let's review it because this place is so popular in New York. I've heard of lines of more than an hour just to get a shake or whatever. And we finally had a chance to try it when we were in Vegas the other weekend. There is a location there. And Kaori, what did you think?
I was like, okay. You know, we had a friend with us who was just absolutely obsessed with this thing. And I knew when she was hyping it up that it was probably not going to be that good, but I still wanted to try it. My gut was right. It was okay. I mean, I it's novel, but I wouldn't pay $20 for my meal. I paid $20 for a burger, a shake, and fries. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And I wonder if the prices were on par with the prices on the East Coast, or are they a little bit higher because we're in Vegas, you know?
Yeah, I'm like $20 for. I didn't even get like one of their cool shakes. It was a vanilla fucking shake. You know?
Yeah.
Their portobello mushroom was pretty good, but it's a little too salty for me too.
Me too. That was my number one comment, was that it was too much salt for me.
So that being said, I probably wouldn't go there again unless like I'm in a car and people are like, want to go to Shake Shack? I wouldn't be like, no, fuck that. It's fine. I can go, but I wouldn't ever crave it. So I would give it 2 out of 5 stars.
Okay. I think I'm close to that. I did find one item that I would go back for, which is neither the burger or the fries. It's
shake.
Actually the concrete is what they call it.
Yeah.
So basically it's either the shake or it's basically a custard, a really thick custard in a bowl. That was amazing.
Okay.
That was so rich, so creamy, had truffle in it, not truffle butter. It was just, if you love chocolate, it was so good. But I have to agree with you. The burger patty was too salty. The fries were like Del Taco fries, so there wasn't anything special about those. And the price just wasn't there for me either. And so there's something about these chains that live and are very popular on the East Coast that maybe it's the palate we have living on the West Coast, but I felt the same way when they tried to bring Five Guys out here.
I have still not tried Five Guys.
Okay, so you should try it.
I need to try that shit.
Because I'm curious. I'm really curious because I remember like the hype for Five Guys. I went and tried it. Like people saying this could potentially put In-N-Out out of business. And I was like, no. Yeah. Not really. So for those of you who love Shake Shack, good for you. Come out here and try it In-N-Out because I'm curious. You know, we will always have that debate of what is better.
I will say crackerbarrelsbomb.com though.
That I haven't tried.
Oh my God. Arizona. They have one in Arizona. We're going to go.
Road trip.
Chicken and dumplings, pork chops,
so good.
Fried okra.
We love Southern food.
Yeah, we do. I'm going to marry a Southern boy.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to marry Southern food.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to marry a Southern boy, just not my ex-boyfriend.
Another topic, another day.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of ex-boyfriends and no, I'm just kidding. Let's move on to who should potentially be a future boyfriend.
Wait, we forgot one. Okay, let's talk about him first.
Oh, what did we forget?
The fight.
Oh, I thought because we were going to pick one. Oh, yeah. We can still talk about it.
No, forget it. We thought it was underwhelming. Done.
Yeah. We were going to talk about it. I was like, as
everyone looks at Zac Efron.
Not Zac Efron. He's not underwhelming at all.
Okay, but now Zac Efron.
Zac Efron in nude underwear.
Hot.
Yeah.
I mean, nude underwear. What a tease. What a dick. Like, just get naked. It's fine.
Did you see like the other images that were posted from the same shoot where there's like a little boy? It's so awkward.
Zac Efron grew up to be a fine man.
Yeah, he did.
I don't understand how that happened. I mean, he's always a good-looking guy, but he was like a little dorky and like bull haircut.
Yeah, he's bulked up a little.
Oh my God. I mean, like we can't even talk. We're just like.
See, that's exactly why I skipped the other topic. I was totally like,
yeah, well
let's
done.
just go straight
Well
to Zach. So I think that will do it for us, right?
Yes.
And Awakame, Miss Bark Vader herself, wishing you all a happy May the 4th. So before we get going, make sure to subscribe to our channel, YouTube, teamimagine.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and visit our website where you can also find the audio-only version of this. You can email us your questions just like Chris Stevenson did, which was awesome.
Yes, we love those things.
Yes, whatever you want to ask. Yeah.
Whatever you want to ask.
Yeah, it's actually whatever. We're opening it up.
Whatever you want to
And Wakame, where can people follow you?
You can find me at _Wakame-chan. She really does have that thing. Don't judge me. But you can find us at KAORIOUS. Twitter, Instagram. That is also my YouTube channel. That is everything and anything. But more importantly, follow both of us at Team Animation.
Yes, ma'am. And you can follow me at Ann Campia. And please follow Wakame because she's uber duper cute. And again, continue to send us your questions, comments. Let us know what you guys thought of Avengers Age of Ultron. So curious. And until next week, everybody, we'll see ya. Bye.